Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
The human rights community has described the recent confirmation and subsequent swearing-in of Justice Akon Ikpeme as Chief Judge of Cross River State as an affirmation of the rule of law in the state. While taking a retrospective look at the intriguing plot by the Cross River State House of Assembly to deny the jurist a rightful position, some human rights activists of Cross River State extraction have warned that the attempt to subjugate the rule of law must not repeat itself in the state. Correspondent Tekena Amiofori tells us more.
Until Justice Akon Ikpeme's recent swearing-in as Chief Judge of Cross River State, she was a victim of tribal politics. After she was sworn in earlier as acting Chief Judge by Governor Ben Ayade on the 3rd of December 2019, Justice Ikpeme was in March 2020 nominated by the National Judicial Council as substantive Chief Judge of Cross River State. However, some 25 members of the Cross River State House of Assembly rejected Justice Ikpeme's nomination on grounds that she was not an indigene of Cross River State and was therefore a security threat to the state. Justice Ikpeme's rejection on 2 occasions by members of the Cross River State House of Assembly was greeted with a public outcry for obvious reasons. Justice Ikpeme, the most senior official in the Cross River State Judiciary, was by law, judicial convention and rules of practice the rightful occupant of the office of Chief Judge. Although Justice Ikpeme is by parental lineage from neighboring Akwa Ibom State, she was born and raised in Cross River State and is married to an Efik man from Cross River State. Even when her home state of Akwa Ibom was carved out from the old Cross River State in 1987, Justice Ikpeme remained in Cross River State, where she retained her services and rose to become Director of Public Prosecution. After several months of succession crisis rocking the Cross River State Judiciary, the State Assembly finally bowed to intense public pressure to follow due process in the appointment of a substantive Chief Judge in Cross River State. The lawmakers on the 28th of January 2021 confirmed Justice Ikpeme's nomination.
It is a welcome development. It is the right way to go, and we must begin to take these issues more seriously than the way we think or say them, you know. And this is victory for many other women who are on the queue, you know, because right now a precedent has been set, and this is a positive precedent.
It's a fantastic day. The Nigerian Bar Association were extremely delighted that my Lord Justice Ikpeme has been sworn in today, finally.
While swearing in Justice Ikpeme as substantive Chief Judge of Cross River State, Governor Ben Ayade had described her as the best person for the job.
I believe in a thanatological philosophy that you must put behind all the challenges in the process of getting back here, and to know that God has prevailed. Today brings to a close the internal concerns and worries of the people of Cross River State as to the stability of our judicial system.
The governor's position, however, appears to be an afterthought, as he is generally viewed as party to the initial plot to keep Justice Ikpeme's appointment in abeyance. Barely 24 hours after her rejection by members of the Cross River State House of Assembly, Governor Ayade had on the 3rd of March 2020 sworn in Justice Maurice Eneji, a junior officer in the hierarchy of Cross River State Judiciary, as substantive Chief Judge of the state. Perhaps the biggest lesson for the legislative and executive arms of government in the succession crisis that engulfed Cross River State Judiciary is to refrain from subverting the rule of law and impinging on the independence of the judicial arm of government.
There's need for us to learn, to call for the right reform within the judiciary system. And by calling for that reform, basically to make it impossible for governors to appoint acting chief judge more than once. And if we can do that, that simply means that governors across the 6 states will have no option but to realize that they can only appoint acting chief judge once, and after that, they have to actually ensure that a substantive chief judge emerge.
In the face of oppression and denial, Justice Ikpeme had maintained a calm disposition to the admiration of most observers. Clearly, she has a lot of work to do to quickly restore sanity to the Cross River State judiciary that has been embroiled in a leadership crisis in the last 14 months.
The judiciary under my watch will cooperate with you, will cooperate with the legislature so that we can move Cross River State forward.
Justice Akon Ikpeme, the second female Chief Judge of Cross River State, has had a flourishing career on the bench. In 1998, she was elevated to the status of a judge and has since then made positive contributions to the development of the state. She is expected to bring a wealth of experience to bear in the advancement of the rule of law and further development of Cross River State.
Inside the Niger Delta,